What's up? Isabel is back after a legendary performance.
Backed by popular demand.
Backed by popular demand. Isabel and she had such a blast on the last one that she's like, we just keep doing this every once in a while, every week or so, or whatever we're gonna. That's all TBD, I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm so excited. We're gonna be collabing and bringing
I'm
on some of our
psyched.
friends.
I mean, if anyone is willing to listen to me and to be heard by me talking about clothes for hours and hours on end, I mean, how can I say no to
Yeah,
such
I
an
mean,
opportunity?
ultimately, this has just been a good excuse for me to do the exact same thing. So to bring more people into the fold is incredible. So yeah, I'm excited to get going.
I'm so excited. What's in our cart?
And we're gonna have we were talking about this off mic, having Mikaela in as our little guinea pig. As
Yes.
our early chemistry test. So we'll see if
Yes.
we ace it. We'll see if the Hollywood
Because she puts us both at ease and she has sort of a gravitas and a poise that means that she doesn't need much direction.
Yes.
And also she has fabulous taste. So I'm excited to see what's in her cart.
I am also excited. I feel like she will be more forthcoming with you than she will be just with me. In that when we go, we can chat about it a little bit more when we let her in. But when it's just me and her shopping, I'm always giving her the most like Eileen Fisher ass things and being like, you would look cute in this.
Are we talking like shapeless linen sacks?
Yeah, I'm giving her like, do you know that? Well, yeah. Do you know this brand Toast?
Yes. Yes.
We live right around the corner from a Toast.
Yeah.
And I actually do kind of like some of the stuff for
They have
sure.
nice menswear too, as well.
Yeah, no, it's nice. But I'll like be like, oh, that would look cute on you. And it is just a sack, like a navy sack.
And where do you think that comes from for you? What do you want to see women in sacks?
Well, no, I don't. I think
Yeah.
maybe I just like, okay, I used to live in Fort Greene, which is sort of like sack.
It's like, yeah, it's sack central. It's like hot mommy linen sack and a clog. Yeah.
That is the capital of sack. And
Yeah.
of linen sack.
Yeah.
And so I think maybe there's part of me that's like, what, that's like, that's what adults wear.
Well, I'm so excited to sort of psychoanalyze your guys' relationship vis-a-vis the what's in your cart, because I'm also really curious how you guys shop together and individually, and what this sort of fashion show is like when one of you comes home from an excursion.
Yeah.
And how often you guys are actually like checking in with each other about what you're buying, seeking permission.
This could totally backfire where it ends up being I'm on the analytic couch. And getting it from both ways. But
Yeah.
I ran that risk.
After Mikaela goes on this podcast, she's going to have to go on, is it Bella Freud's podcast, where she actually does put you on the couch, fashion, and talks to you about fashion? That's going to have to be the follow-up for her, just so that she can have a kind of a come down, a recuperation from this one.
Yeah, that's true. This is going to have a lot of weight.
Let's try. Let's get into it.
Did you, before we get into it, is there anything, we were talking about doing this, whether we wanted to share something? Was there anything you've been coveting, or did you buy anything over the Easter weekend?
I mean, I'm having a major buying season of life because I'm getting married. So I actually did I did an insane thing today in the car on the way to Trader Joe's with my dad. I did buy a vintage silk Marc Jacobs dress.
Whoa.
That could be sort of a backup.
Wait, that's amazing.
Yeah. So which at maybe a later date, depending on
I was gonna say, I want you to show it, but then I'm like, wait, I had to stop myself and be like, don't blow up your spot.
No, I mean, I just told you myself, but
it is a surprise. I don't know any of the details.
Yeah, it is a surprise, and it's been interesting. I mean, I will be curious what Mikaela's take on this is, because I'm sort of like, I'm actually now understanding the appeal of the bridal studio experience, because I think there is something nerve-wracking when you're going the vintage secondhand route, where it's like, when do you actually start pulling the trigger on things? Because you can't actually spend like 7,000, tens of thousands of dollars on every beautiful thing that comes along, but you do need to start buying things at a certain point.
Yeah. One is like once the
Yeah.
cast starts flowing, it's probably hard to like turn off the spigot.
Luckily, I wouldn't say I have such an enormous reservoir that the spigot might just turn off by itself vis-a-vis my credit limit, which is quite low. So I don't fear that, but I might be destitute by the end of this, that's for sure.
Okay, well, let's bring her in since
Let's bring her in.
It's been since we're already talking about. Okay, here we go. Mick,
Hi. Oh,
maybe turn your. Yeah.
Yay!
What's up? Welcome to What's in Your Court.
Are you guys in separate parts of the apartment?
we're in separate apartments.
Oh, fab.
Yeah. I'm at my sister's apartment right now.
Okay, good. No crosstalk. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no crosstalk.
Do you think it might be confusing to the viewer because I'm in David's normal spot?
It's true.
Oh, she's the cat. It's like you're the captain now.
Yeah.
I'm in charge now.
The student has become the teacher.
Isabel, you're like glowing.
I was just telling David I'm so sick. I've been chugging fluids. So I'm like I always look so glowy when I'm ill because I'm like drinking like 13 million glasses of water
Yeah, is she looking
a
doing
minute. It's because I had a big week. I had a big birthday week. We had a big birthday weekend, and I think all the adrenaline has finally settled. And now my body was like, "You're done. No more energy for you.
You're done."
Yeah.
Tag.
That happens all the time. Mikaela and I would say Mikaela is certainly more than me. I'm doing the boyfriend thing where I'm like, oh, I feel sick too. But there's some allergies happening.
Yeah. I was saying you better hope it's allergies.
Yeah.
I love your sweater, Mikaela.
My what?
I love your sweater. You were wearing it at my house last weekend.
I was. Oh yeah, I did wear this.
Yeah.
I've been wearing this a lot since I got this in India.
I feel like you had such a good haul in India. I've also been coveting that little bag that you've been carrying around.
Yeah, that was good. That one I actually got when I went to India, like in 2018 with my mom.
Oh my God, you've had it for years.
I've had it for years, but it's
How
been
many?
around lately.
You've taken 3 trips to India.
Yeah.
One with me. Let's go.
She's addicted to a long haul flight.
Yeah, I can't get enough of a lot.
Well, Mikaela, before we sort of jump into the cart, let's do a little bio about you since we know you so well. But I especially want to, since it's going to be next week, plug your reading series that Isabel has been a reader of, was a star emerging reader of, and that I will be trying my hand out next week as well.
Future star.
Yeah, future star, hopefully. So, we all know what it is. It's the hottest reading series in Manhattan Island.
The only.
Yeah, and sort of like the only one that's like fun as well, I would say, and smart at the same time. So, but you give us your little spiel about fashion fiction.
Oh, bless you.
Please give us the spiel about fashion fiction.
Fashion fiction is a reading series. Basically, I tell people they can read anything they want. It just has to have fashion and clothes as a starting point. So they can read something of their own, or they can read something older that they really love. It just has to be about fashion and clothes in some way.
Fantastic. And Isabel, what did you read?
Superstars. I read a piece that I wrote for the Paris Review a couple years ago. And then I read a little bit of fiction, which is hitherto unpublished, but maybe that will change sometime soon. And Mikaela, you've had such extremely luminous, important people. You should shout out some of who have been some of your favorites in the past.
It's hard to pick a favorite, but yeah, we've had Judith Thurman was a big one. I love her.
Yeah.
We've had Rhonda Garlick actually read also in that reading, Natasha Stagg, Rachel Tashin, Merve Emre, Stephanie Mambugu.
Heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Across the board. And then next week, David Kobe.
David Kobe is the big one. Next week is like the one is like the boys. People keep being like, kind of boy read of fashion fiction. And at the one next week.
And at first you're like, no.
Yeah.
No, actually.
No, and also Enzo read at the very first one.
Right.
But yeah, we have 3 boys. It's for the boys next week.
I mean, I do feel like the boys are getting really nerdy with it. The boys are getting sort of literary with fashion. This is the next frontier.
Yeah, this is the next frontier for them. They've like exhausted, I don't know, the other stuff they're doing with fashion, and they're moving into books.
Yeah, well, I think maybe like, yeah, it's funny you say that because I'm thinking about sort of my peer set of men, and maybe you sort of grow out of the boyish need to acquire like shit, which obviously like starts with like streetwear first. I feel like it's like everyone gets the Kith Virgil Abloh bullshit bug, and then you're like, okay, wait, actually like suits. And then you reach a point where you're like, actually, I just want to think about this like theoretically at this point. I'm just gonna wear like my uniform. And maybe that lends itself. Maybe that lends itself a little bit to literature.
Not to mention that I think just like at a certain point, once you've, I think maybe men start a little bit later in life to develop their own sense of style and their own shopping habits. And it kind of takes a little while for you to start like not just understanding those habits as like a form of consumption, but as like a kind of form of expression. And maybe there's like a bit of a lag. And then there comes a point when you're like, now I can get heady with it. Now it's getting a bit cerebral because I've established some patterns that I want to investigate.
Yeah.
Totally. I think the other thing is, it's like something I've been thinking about with fashion fiction is like writing about clothes is basically in any like book, because clothes are about the world or are part of the world. And so like almost any novel or even piece of nonfiction does have some writing about clothes. So reading things through that lens can be kind of interesting. And I wonder if boys are catching up to that as
The
they
boys
start
are
to
paying
develop.
attention.
Yeah.
Well, Mikaela, didn't someone tell you earlier, like, oh, well, women are always writing about clothes? Like, literally, in every single time a woman puts the pen to paper.
Yeah, in a good way. Yeah.
In a good way. Yeah, yeah. Not as a as it's like as a serious thing, not as like that wasn't like a flippant diss. They were just
I mean,
stating the
David,
obvious.
it would be kind of interesting I wonder, like, does anyone come to mind? Do any male writers come to mind for you that, like, or like it'd be interesting to even look through and see if any male writer has ever written a single sentence about an article of clothing, except to not be just like, oh, her shirt could barely contain her heaving bosom. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know if it counts because he's a gay man, but Merve Emery read Proust, a fashion fiction. She read every mention of the Foccini dress.
Right.
Well, and I'm not sure this counts either because he's probably a gay man, but Henry James too. But then you're like, I don't know, like I was just racking my brain, and like the first three people that came to mind were like Ben Lerner, Jonathan Franzen, David Foster Wallace. And I'm like, ooh, like they certainly don't evoke like style.
Right. Oh, like the people themselves.
Well, the people themselves, and I haven't read enough Franzen to make a decision on that. But I guess David Foster Wallace did have the bandana.
That's true. That's true. That was a look.
Okay, Miki, should we get into your cart a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna share my screen.
Okay, this looks familiar.
Yeah, I've seen this before.
So,
wait, what are these reviews? Can we just start and be like,
oh yeah, the review.
this is whack. No,
I didn't write anything.
What do you think about, Mikaela? What do you think about these outfit suggestions?
Sorry, is that a pillow in the third one?
I think that earrings.
Oh, there.
Oh,
no, what is the edic?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, it's a tube top. I was like, are you supposed to just carry that around, sort of like a clutch?
Okay, sorry, I had to just address those things to start off. This is obviously a signature piece of yours, Mikaela, but obviously you're eyeballing another one.
And of Isabel's, I would say.
Yeah.
Me and Isabel are both SC103 girls. I had kind of a tragic incident with my daily driver SC103 bag where
I'm scared.
I'm sure I told you this. I left it on my stoop, and then I went inside, and then I went to bed, and in the morning, of course, it was going to go ahead and be gone. It was like one of the dumbest things I've probably ever done in my whole life. And there actually is like a longer story about it that I won't get into, but
What I wouldn't give to know who has that. Like,
Okay,
do you
wait.
think the girl who found that?
Well,
Tell the
no.
longer story.
well, funny
You
should
have
say
to
that
tell the longer
because-
story. Even just because David doesn't have Zoom Pro doesn't mean you have to tell the short version of the
Yeah, yeah.
story.
So it was a really, really dumb. Also, I was completely sober when this happened. Like, I had not one sip of alcohol. It was just like dumb. I was just distracted. But so the bag got stolen. I'm like freaking. The main reason I'm freaking out is because my passport was in it. So
Oh my God.
now I have a New York ID, so we solved that problem. But anyway, whatever. I'm trying to figure all this out, get a new passport, da 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 da. And then this woman DMs me and she's like, "Hey, I think I have your bag." And I was like, "Oh my!" And she like sent a photo of it, and I was like, "She was like, yeah, I live." Like, she lives down the street from me, and like the guy had like, you know, taken the cards out and then like thrown the bag on her, like near her townhouse, and her maid had brought it in. So I was like, great, whatever. And I was like, oh my God, you have the bag. This is like the main thing I'm excited about. And she was like, ooh, I actually threw the bag out. It's like, what are you talking about? Like,
Isabel, do you think
God.
that's true?
She might have Googled it.
I bet this woman owns a townhouse in the West Village. Like,
Do you think she knows what she was looking at? And
I
she was like,
I found it. Oh, and also, enough
Well,
to
it's
go off, but
leather.
a couple of weeks later, I saw her as part of like a magazine feature about like couture clients. So I think, I don't know.
After we get off, you have to tell me the name of this person.
But it was crazy. And so I don't know. I definitely have started like a conspiracy theory on our block because I told like the guys that work at our deli, I was like, keep an eye out for my bag. And
Everyone has to know to look out for this indie designer thief.
Well, and then also to add, I don't want to like. I'm hopefully this person, one, didn't take the bag, two, doesn't see this. But when Mikaela was talking about it at the deli, a woman comes up to us who works at the Buck Mason Women's West Village location. And she goes, "Hey, I'm overhearing your story. People steal, locals, people who live in the area steal from this store all the time. They have all this money. They love it. They love to just
For the thrill of the game.
For the thrill. So I do wonder if there's some thrill questions happening.
Yeah. The question for me is she so couture townhouse that she looked at the bag, saw that it didn't have like a recognizable logo and thought it was a piece of shit?
That was my first instinct.
Or is she in the know enough to know how special and important this bag is to us and the women of New York City? And she was like, actually, now I just have a free SC103 bag.
I don't know. The former was my first impulse, that she just was like, whatever. Even though it's crazy to throw out like a leather bag, there's a world where like, whatever, you're just like, yeah, this is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Well, okay. And also, like, correct me if I'm wrong, girls, but with SC103, it does feel like the piece of shit of it all. Like, they do kind of have this like crafty, kind of like earthy tones a lot of times. You know, they freak it a little bit more with brighter, more electric colors or whatever, but
yeah, but I mean, it's handmade. Part of the appeal is that like, you can see the hand of the maker.
And that it changes shape the older it gets, because it's like it sags, it starts to get stretched out in weird ways. It like changes, it kind of morphs over time.
Well, and both of you have also spoken to this, but like the fact that it's chain link, like it doesn't, everything stays within the container. That's like one of the engineering feats of the bag.
Yeah.
But I'm sure if you're just like, whatever, you kind of don't know what the deal is, there's no label.
Yeah, you're like, this bag's full of holes.
For trash, if you like don't, if you don't have like the knowing eye.
Yeah.
So
anyway,
was this the size that you previously had?
This is actually a bigger size. So I actually feel like the best SC103 bags are at their store and are not online. But I wanted to pull this up as an example of what I'm thinking. So David, if you could take it back. So yeah, no.
This one?
No.
Red.
Can you maybe tell me what
far right?
Yeah.
It's kind of matching your shirt color scheme, by the way.
It's true.
Kind of, yeah. So the one that I no longer have was like the tan kind of colors,
Yeah.
which I really, really liked. But I'm thinking I want another one, and I think it could be fun to do one of their more colorful options. So
Yeah.
this is, I did like the size I had before, and this is a little bigger, but I'm not opposed to that. But I think this is the vibe I'm interested in for the next SC103.
It's interesting too that it looks like it's like suede
Yeah.
and leather. I wonder if that's the case for all of them, or if
Well,
it's just this
on
one.
no, it's some of them are different. It's like the one I had, I would imagine Isabel yours. The leather is suede on the inside and the paint is on the outside. But lately, I think they've been flipping some of them.
Oh,
I also have one where there's a metallic, there's some metallic ones as well.
Oh yeah.
can I ask another random question?
Yeah.
Are these shoes cool to anybody? These sort of chainmail slippers, socks.
They're
looking
not
things?
cool to me, but Mikaela, what do you think? Are they cool to you?
They sort of remind me a bit of the row like jellies. That
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I think the fact that they're black makes them look sort of more blobby and
yeah.
less
Okay.
delicate. And
Just wanted to get a quick pulse check on that.
I love, Mikaela, I think we share this about this bag, and it actually kind of goes back to what you were saying, David. Like, I think the thing that is so fabulous about this bag, and actually stands in contrast to a lot of other kinds of designer bags, is that bags are such a they're a luxury good that actually like holds their resale value over time, like quite a bit. And a lot of people flip bags or buy them to resell them or buy them because they're an investment piece. And the incredible thing about this bag is it just gets weirder and lumpier and more stretched out and less resellable over time. And that's such like a kind of beautiful like current that contravenes the normal way that you like would think about like buying yourself a designer luxury bag, particularly not even an item of clothing, but a bag.
Completely. No, I 100% agree. That is definitely part of why I love these bags. The other thing I love about them is like the fact that you can see what is in someone's bag. I really like.
Yeah.
I like that you can see like the book someone's reading or like whatever, and it's it is kind of like the messier the contents of your bag, the cooler it looks, like the more texture it has. There's something very like personal about it, which I really like.
I'm curious.
I like this one too, this top left-hand corner one.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
You have the metallic one, the silver.
I have a little tiny metallic one. Yeah, the mini.
This is quite cool.
Yeah.
Those together. Yeah. Wow.
I like their other bags too, the ones that aren't the links.
Yeah.
Like I like this one here, the
middle one,
right? The gray one.
The sack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is cool.
David, did you end up getting Mikaela one for a birthday some time ago?
I got her. Yeah, I think I might have gotten the one that has since left our lives.
Oh.
Yeah. David got me that one. I know.
Yeah.
Also, it was bad.
Well, you better pony up again, David.
I know. Yeah. Have you been to the store?
Yeah, the store is amazing.
Have you been, Isabel?
I only went when it was. I also have a funny story about them, which is that I was at the Cultured Gala last year, and I was walking around with a bag, and this guy came up to me, tapped me on the shoulder, and he goes, "I'm so sorry to interrupt, but my wife," and then behind him, there's like this little woman poking out her head, like he was like, "My wife made your bag," and I was like, I felt like I was meeting. I wrote this down, but I felt like I was meeting the man who built my house. I was like, I'm your biggest fan. I can't believe it. And she invited me to the Red Hook studio. And I went one day and she wasn't there, but it was fabulous. And I haven't been to the new store since they opened it. Oh, I love those ones.
Yeah, I love
This one is cool.
They're so cool.
Well,
David, what's your bag story, David, these days?
Oh, dude. Not great. I mean, Mikaela got me a really great like briefcase for when I was working in an office.
Yeah.
Which was fantastic. Oh yeah, pull that bad boy up.
You can't really see.
Yeah, it's just like very basic,
Cute.
minimal, and I think like so many got like, I don't know, the backpack situation is really out of control. And yeah, so I use that a lot, and then I have another like big ass tote bag. Oh, I have it right here. This. I got this working in my J.
Yeah,
Crew
it's cute.
days. It's just very simple, and
Yeah.
then whoop, it's got like 6 pockets.
That's
So
a very honorable bag for a man to have, I think.
yeah, I think it's honorable as well. I mean, I would, this is sort of like also like my, Mikaela, feel free to speak up here. Kind of my jewelry interest where I keep like trying rings on and I'm like, this like actually isn't quite it. I want to enter the Jacob Elordi like bag space, but I just haven't like found the right. I want
Yeah.
a big floppy leather tote bag, but I don't know. I just am
I
like,
actually don't think it's for you.
you don't think
Like
so?
I think something about your vibe specific. Like
Yeah.
I just don't think it lends itself to the bags, the jewelry. I think you're just a little more like preppy.
An
Yeah, just a little bit more
kinda.
straightforward.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I really like, and also, I like the Alex Mill totes. I've thought about getting one for a while.
You know what else I could see for you, David, is like a Freitag messenger.
Yeah.
Fry tag?
Have you
How do you
ever
mean?
looked that up?
No. How?
You should get into it. It's because it's all that's going to be an eBay game for sure. Freitag, it's like FREI,
FRE.
like, and then it's one word. FREI.
Fry tag. Oh, I see. This is it. Okay. Oh, okay.
They're very cool, and they often get kind of like a vintagey sort of patina when you wear them when you get them secondhand. And
That's cool.
Yeah, wow. This is kind of like getting into the oh my God. There's like this PlayStation 2 game where you play as like an inline skater. And I feel like they all have like these kind of bags.
yeah, they're a little bit like cyber. They're definitely kind of like Y2K
Yeah,
or late
cyber.
90s cyber spooky.
Yeah, I've thought about getting into this a little bit. I'm like, I don't think I'd want it to be like so preppy, so boat, like this is good.
Oh my God, those are my initials. MSD.
There you go.
All three.
What's your middle name, Mikaela?
Stephanie.
Stephanie. Does it come from something?
Yeah, my dad's middle name and my oldest brother's middle name is like Stefan.
Oh.
But then what's nice is my niece is also, she's Lola Stephanie. So
wait, I love Lola Stephanie. That's adorable.
cute.
What else we got, Mikaela? We're sort of still in the bag space.
Yeah, so this is another
okay.
bag I'm thinking about. So I actually don't, in addition to not having my SC103 bag, in general, I just don't have like a grown-up bag.
Totally.
And I think this is like a theme of my whole wardrobe lately. I am just feeling like I want it to feel, parts of it to feel a little more like adult.
Yeah.
And I do want a nice work bag. And I've been thinking about this one for a while. I sort of like the bucket shape for a bag, which actually is, I guess, a similar shape to an SC103 bag, although very different. Yeah, what do you guys think of this?
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
I'm into this.
There's a suede one too, but I like how the suede looks, but I feel like that would rub off on my clothes.
Oh, really?
I feel like suede kind of. Well, and then I met this girl from Totem, and she was like, "It will."
Oh, okay.
I do feel like this is very like it's grown up.
It's real grown up.
We're turtlenecks, we're bracelet over the sweater.
Well, and see, I don't know if I necessarily want to be so turtleneck, but I just think a nice bag that can have my laptop and everything in it.
What do you normally take to work now?
I have like a tote bag. I have this bag actually that I got for free from Aperture, the book and magazine publisher, which is so good. It's like such a good size.
Yeah.
Like a canvas tote.
A canvas tote. It's black and it has Aperture on it in blue. So I don't hate it.
Yeah. The only thing I would say is we might be able to find something that is in between canvas tote and totem, like girl boss. Like, I wonder if there's like kind of like an intermediary step there that would not.
Go on, I'll see.
What?
Yeah, I would be interested in that. If
maybe
Isabel, there's something that comes to mind that I could punch in on here.
Well, I guess like I think this is my own bias, and I'm curious what you think about this, Mikaela, because like I find that like bags are the place that I like, because they're leather. They're kind of like a jacket to me where I find that it's I like them to be a little weirder.
Yeah.
Like I like them to be like weirder than they should necessarily be, which I think is why I'm so attracted to the SC103. Like the SC103 and the black Totem bag are like
The two poles.
yes, they're like the two genders. And I'm like is the Totem bag, is it just that it's sort of like the platonic ideal of the thing you're looking for?
I think that is part of it. I like that it's like it has like a slouch to it. Like I like
Yes.
the idea of having like a slouchy
Really?
bag. Oh yeah, there it is.
You know
That's
what though? This is not that much price
cheaper.
wise. This is just like not that much cheaper.
Yeah. Well, you know, the other one that I've linked there, David, that you might want to have a look at is, so I think people really sleep on Jerome Dreyfus.
Oh yeah.
I feel like he had this big moment in like the 2010s. He, I believe, is married to Isabel Marant.
Oh,
That's
okay.
really cool.
And well, they used to stalk him. When I was like just out of high school, I worked at this in this sort of boutique in Sydney, that stalked Jerome Dreyfus, and the leather is so nice and soft,
Yeah.
and great.
Yeah.
And it's such
Have
cute
you looked at
bag.
like Shinola or like other sort of, I mean, some of these are just like so utilitarian. I feel like there's like,
Yeah,
I think Jill Sander has some really nice, just like, I feel like her leatherware is just so beautiful.
yeah, that's true.
All
Let's
the
take a look
time.
at that.
Honestly, Coach as well, just like
Yeah.
vintage Coach does kind of come through, but those are definitely of very like on eBay, it's like they're of wine.
Do a real on Jill Sander bags. I love the green.
There's also, Mikaela, have you seen that brand that's like really, or that bag specifically that's super popular on the internet? I only think of it because you said slouchy. It's Lefebvre,
No.
Lefebeur.
LEF what?
LE space FEBOUR bag, yeah.
Oh yeah, these are cute.
The girls on the internet are really into these.
Oh wow. Interesting. Okay,
But I
let's
don't know
see.
if they would fit a laptop actually now that I'm seeing them.
Let's see what we got on Jill Sandar.
This is so fun. Needing a work bag is such a fun place to be in.
It is fun.
Yeah.
It is a fun like shopping problem.
Totally. Because you're like, I wear this every day.
Yeah.
I can justify
Oh,
it. Oh yeah, that's cute.
Good price.
Real heads will know that at the Real handbags are one of the few things you cannot return for full price.
Oh. Wait, why is this like does this not weird you guys out the way it like
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
weird.
I mean it's crazy.
I don't really like okay.
But I do like a bucket shape.
Yeah.
What about this? This feels like pocketbook. Like kind of my grandma.
Well, I don't hate that, but the pocketbook vibe. But
Paloma Wool has a version, I'm sure you've seen, Mikaela, of the longer, that's really square.
oh yeah, and I do like
Right.
the Paloma wool. My friend
Thank you.
Emma is really wanting to get. She also is on a work bag mission, and I like this as well. She is kind of considering the Eckhouse Lada one with
Oh my
the
God, yes.
adjustable. Yeah, I really.
Is that the
like
snap bag?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's the only bag they sell. It's so cool. I love it.
Well, and it is really smart to have a bag with like where you can sort of easily like that's very malleable.
Yeah. I know, and it does look big enough actually.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, this is sick. Lovely. All right,
Cool.
man, what else we got?
Okay.
Not to keep powering
What's
through.
the next thing I said? Oh yeah. Okay. So so now we're in Zara.
Mikaela, Zara is so good right now.
Here we are at Zara. I
Mikaela, every once in a while, she said it like one time and we always say it. She just, in extreme earnest, turned to me like, I thought something was wrong. And she was looking at her phone and she just goes, oh my God, Zara is so good right now.
Wait,
Zara?
Mikaela, do you know you're in there's like a legacy. You're speaking in the grand tradition of these girls that I get on my TikTok 4 million times a day who work for a company that I believe is called Sheer Luxe.
Oh,
yeah.
Have you heard of these
I know
gals?
these girls.
Every day on my phone, they're like, Zara is so good right now.
Zara is like my guilty pleasure. And sometimes, especially when it's like we're in the changing of the seasons, I just want like a quick hit of like something
Yeah.
brand new and like cheap.
Yeah. Well, because you don't know who you're going to be yet in the spring and in the summer. And Zara is a good way to figure it out.
To
For
kick it
saying
off.
it's cheap though, like I mean, I'm on this.
It's
I'm on this
not.
tip about a lot of stuff. Like, I feel like people will be like, "Oh, Zara fast fashion, it's so cheap." But then someone buys a dress from Zara for $80, wears it 1 million times,
Yeah,
and
That's true.
has it for 10 years or whatever.
I completely have
And I'm
pieces
like, yeah,
that,
fast fashion sucks or whatever, yada yada. But this Zara dress got like cooked into the abyss.
And
Yes.
you could wear this into your grave, like you could stroll into your grave in this dress. It's beautiful.
I think it's so great, actually. And I feel like
Mikaela's just funeral instructions are just bury me in all Zara.
It's gorgeous.
Tell us more though.
I just really like it. I feel like I could. I think I'm craving a little just like one and done thing to kick things off for the
Yeah.
100% polyester.
Yeah, I love this outer shell. 100p.
Lining.
100% polyester.
Look, they're not lying to you. They're putting it all out there on the field.
They're being straight up. But I think it's cute, and I feel like over the summer, like I can wear it with like a
100%.
bikini underneath. I feel like I can wear it out to dinner.
Is this
There's one that looks like this so much that just dropped from Realization Par. Have you seen that
really?
one?
No.
Yeah.
Wait, should we try to find it?
Yeah, it's just if you do Realization, yeah, you know
There it
it.
is.
You know what it is.
Wow, that entered quickly, which means I've
There it is. There it is. There it is.
Oh, this
On the
one?
far right.
The
Yeah.
Cora?
Oh yeah, this is cute as well.
This girl is also like mid salsa hip hop. Is this sort of
Vibe.
Can I say, is this sort of the, where were we? Oh, no. Is this sort of the SC103ification of greater fashion?
I do think it is. And I had that thought as well. Oh, bless you as well. I did have that thought as well. I think it is a little bit the SC103ification of Zara.
Like earthy, asymmetrical.
Stripes, yeah, floaty.
Yeah.
Mikaela, you're kind of on a stripes jag.
I guess I am a little bit on a stripes. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what that is. I think I like a kind of geometric moment, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do enjoy that. And I like these colors a lot. Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think it would take for you to pull the trigger on this? Like a couple more warm days, or
I honestly think I'm pretty close to pulling the trigger. Maybe even after this call.
Yeah.
Well, and these also like talk about the beach or whatever. You know, they've styled it correctly here. I would say with the flops,
The little wedge flip flop.
the wedge flip flops, like whatever wedge, no wedge. This is kind of calling to wear Havaianas.
Yeah.
And that green color would look so nice with your hair.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think it could be good. I do like feel very well. Last spring, summer, I was very like nightgown.
Yes.
And I have already purchased another nightgown just to set me on my way for this year.
Just to get the ball rolling.
Yeah, just to get the ball rolling. But I am wondering if like this year it's going to be more just like, very, very light, very floaty dresses like this.
Yeah.
That maybe aren't necessarily so nighty.
Yeah.
But have, a lightness to them.
Is there like a menswear equivalent to like in the summer, especially in New York, you can get so slutty with it. Everything can be sheer. Yeah. Everything can be short. And I never feel like it's too much. Like, you know, girls are out wearing pasties and I'm like, rock on, dude. That's exactly what. Is there is there a kind of like freedom in the summer that men have? Or is it, from my understanding, it's exclusively misery because of the imposition of shorts and.
Yeah. No.
David, if anything, I think you lean into the misery. You like the misery.
I like to be. Mikaela knows, like, I think it is deeply romantic and kind of chic to really fucking cook.
Yeah,
like,
I think so too.
Just to be hot. Like,
I couldn't agree more.
And the one thing here, I'm pulling up my Pinterest, folks, because
we're in the lab.
We're in the lab. This is where the good shit gets cooked up. Sorry, let me move you guys.
I like that Rorschach test sort of looking.
Where is it? Barcel mood board. I want to just dress like Indian dudes. This was what I was seeing a lot of in India. The climate, it was so sticky when we were there.
Yeah.
And Mikaela said that about like saris. She was just like, this just is the way that you should be like dressing to manage like the climate changing.
Yeah.
So this is like kind of what I'm going to try to be doing. Old guy reading newspaper like this. I was like, okay, perfect. Yep. That sounds great. Obviously I won't be pulling this off. Like I don't have no illusions that all of a sudden I'm going to be like a dripped out guy like that. But I think that men shorts are like hideous. And I think that men need to just like, we just got to get lighter and lighter with the pants. But then also linen pants can get a little too like Italian wedding, which I don't quite like either. Like I don't want to be tapered in. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think? Am I off track? Is this in the jewelry?
No, I don't think it is. I wonder if I think it is hard for men to pull off a slutty summer outfit. I think
so too. Yeah.
To pull off a slutty summer outfit. And I wonder if that's why that that photo of Harrison Ford with like the shorts and the button down is just like everywhere. Cause it's like, that's maybe the only example of a man really looking like chic in a pair of shorts.
A really good call.
Yeah.
That's like the one.
And I also think especially like American. Oh,
do we lose Mikaela?
Oh,
where is she?
I hope her computer didn't die. That was my first thought. Oh, I was just about to drop a dime about American.
Just hang on to it.
Yeah, I'll hang on. She died.
No, don't say that.
Her computer is
great. I can blow my nose.
Her computer makes me want to scream. It's like keyboards are like falling off. She hasn't updated it in years. It actually infuriates me. Wait, it's obviously fine.
Let me see if I have a parent coming. Papa? I think my parents just got home. Papa? Do you guys need to come up? Are you busy? I am, but I have a lull now if you need to come in.
Did you just want to spend the weekend with your folks? Easter weekend?
Well, Nadim and I went to Hudson
nice.
for my 30th. I mean, not for he as a 30th birthday present.
Lovely.
So in order to avoid him having to drive in and out of the city, we just stayed here on the night before the way up, and then we stayed last night, and so we're gonna have dinner with them and head back into the city.
Very good.
Yeah. Yeah,
what happened?
I don't know. My laptop just like is so old. I think sometimes it just freaks out. But
it gives out.
I was just telling Isabel about I want Mikaela to get. Here's something that should be in your cart. That new cheap ass Apple Neo. The new
Mikaela's gonna buy a
$600 laptop.
Mikaela's gonna buy a $1,300 bag to carry a piece of shit laptop all around New York City.
Yeah, literally.
If that isn't New York City gal about town, I don't know what is.
What I actually do think about that every time I think I should buy a new laptop. I am like, that's the SC103 bag money that would be going towards that. Like I don't.
It's unusable.
To do that.
The keys fall off the keyboard. I know. It's crazy. What I was gonna say is that Harrison Ford photo kind of got me thinking too. Like I just think there's something about like the American.
Yeah.
American men just can't really pull it off. Like, I do think like a Euro dude could kind of pull, like, Paul Mescal wears the small shorts, yada yada. I don't know. There's just something about the American mind.
Well, it's hard to imagine an aesthetic for a man in the summer that involves a short that is not sporty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, what would it even? Because we have. I mean, I think we have so many different options for what it would like. How you can dress whimsically and sluttily and barely. There's so many different ways you can barely wear any clothes, basically. Yeah. And with men, I think there's far fewer.
I feel like
this for a good reason in many cases. I think men should be wearing more clothes.
This is not yielding what I had in mind. I kind of think like you have to go. Okay, this is like not quite it either, but I feel like you kind of have to go like fishing guy. It has to be park ranger kind of.
I do think we could be innovating in this space. Like, it seems like a gap in the market. Like, now we have like the long shorts for men.
Oh, see, I kind of like these. I mean, whatever. Keep this. I know. Yeah. Try to divorce this from like the website and yeah, obviously just try to divorce this from what's going on. But I do kind of think like you just have to go fit like we are in fishing camp
Utility.
ranger
Yeah.
utility mode. Okay. Moving on. We're gonna slam the purchase on this, I feel like, in T minus
Yeah.
soon.
Excited to see it IRL.
My one worry with this is it is so identifiable that I wonder if other girls get like it will emerge as like a recognizable Zara dress.
I don't think so because I think the output is the volume is so extreme at Zara that actually like there's not enough time for something
to catch on.
Yeah, can you think of something that's been like the Zara piece?
You know, I actually can't.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a few years ago a jacket or something? I don't know.
You're probably right, but I would never know. Like I would never notice, you know, because I also feel like things like Zara is sort of like honestly at the top of the heap, and then you've got all these other brands that are like just as fast fashion, but are like more boutique, like the Frankie shop and like things that are like the exact same as Zara, but are like way more expensive and actually way more recognizable to me.
Totally.
I mean, these are nice, like wedding.
Yeah,
attire.
they're cute.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna get into that. I actually am having a wedding dress, a wedding guest crisis, I would say. But anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
Moving to this.
Yeah. So in true real fashion, I have reason to believe that the skirt has been photographed like with the center like incorrectly.
Yeah. It should be.
Like it needs to be swiveled.
Yes.
Like the seam, the side seam. What do you?
Someone swivel that girl's skirt. Jesus.
I hate the way they do this.
And so they find so many creative ways to like fuck it up.
To make a piece of clothing look like
annoying.
Shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And to just incorrectly.
Oh my God.
Maybe iron it or whatever.
What's everyone's favorite, the real pet peeve?
I mean.
The mannequins for me. It's just like I cannot stand. I know that's like a big one, but a men's shirt on a mannequin, I can't even. Yeah.
They've got the broadest shoulders, those male mannequins.
The broadest shoulders.
Mine is that it's everyone in the whole entire universe knows that an Italian size 37, that a European shoe size, a 37 is not a size 7.
Yes.
A 38 is a size 7/7.5. And they just like they will refuse. They will never fix that. They will never fix it.
Yeah.
It's also like, Mikaela, I feel like you say this all the time. It's not like an if, but when the Real will go out of business. Like we have to buy stuff on it while the going is good because it just can't keep going.
A ticking time bomb.
Yeah, it's like Movie Pass or whatever. It just doesn't feel economically viable. Okay, so before we got on that tangent, Mikaela, you were saying not photographed correctly, but then what else is speaking to you?
I just think it's so cute. Well, I think this probably got into my head from the Chanel show, like a couple of the recent Chanel shows, just like the flippy skirts.
Yeah, totally.
I just think that felt a little, this isn't like that felt a little weighted at the bottom, like the flick out at the end. I think it's so cute and fun. Yeah. And I
also think the hearts are a really nice alternative to the polka dots that are sort of have been ubiquitous the last couple of seasons.
I think so too. I think, Mani on the Real is really good. I think I've got a lot.
Agree.
Yeah. It's like a little untapped and it's such, it's cute and fun.
Are there brands on the Real that the other ones like that, like Marnie? Like I definitely feel like I have a few that I always like.
Ooh.
Or like keep coming back to those brands over and over again. But I never see them I don't see them in the same volume in real life.
Yeah. Well, I'm curious what yours are.
I mean, I feel like every like Armani jacket and Armani trousers, like they're always in such good condition on the Real, and they always like fit me perfectly when they arrive.
Totally. I was going to say Armani as well.
Yeah.
My like winter coat this year was this Armani coat off the Real.
Yeah.
Really good coat.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude, this is all and
it's all really like it's always like very affordable. I don't know. I feel like it's not.
This is nice. You like that, Ben? Or am I? This is I
get worried about wearing anything animal print adjacent with my red hair. It feels like a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like it can get a little like cougar.
That's fine. I can think of that. I feel that way about pink and baby blue. It can get a little like cheerleader teeny bopper with the
Right.
blonde. Yeah.
I mean, I think those are good, but yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, I like this one too.
Hey, I'm gonna do a little shopping for myself here.
I mean, this is great, this sweater.
That sweater's
Blue.
gorgeous.
I like these pants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. This is certainly something to think about.
Something to think about.
I mean, Jill Sander on The Real also really delivers.
Slaps, yeah.
So good.
For real. Yeah, I have a Marnie. I have a couple Marnie sweater. I'm scrolling the obsessions right now. I have a couple Marnie sweaters in there for sure.
Here, turn it around on your phone if it'll adjust.
Well, you know, I mean, it's one of the classics,
Oh, yeah.
the mohair with the stripes.
Yeah.
They're just so fluffy and beautiful.
You know what's super random is Arnold Palmer, the golfer
Yeah.
The drink, the beverage.
of beverage fame,
Yeah.
had a mohair sweater brand.
Crazy.
And like,
Wow.
yeah, Robert Bruce. He had like a signature mohair sweater with Robert Bruce. And they're actually quite nice and very affordable. They're all kind of ancient, but they're in good shape.
Those are cute.
Just putting that out there for all the golf fans in the chat.
Well, I have to say I was extremely pleasantly surprised by Gigi Hadid's knitwear line.
I have
love
stuff
her
from that.
I love her sweaters.
I really do as well. And that's also kind of a good call on The Real.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff.
It's
What's it called again?
Guest in Residence.
Guest in residence.
Guest
Kind
in
of weird.
Residence. Oh, she's doing the modeling. I feel like she's been kind of pared back.
She's been laying low.
Okay, I'm not sure if I'm digging this sort of summer stuff.
It doesn't really look. It's more like just pretty simple.
Yeah.
Like,
if you go into just like the cardigans and jackets, maybe, David.
Yeah. Oh, wait, maybe tops and sweaters?
No, I think this is where you want to be. Like, I just like the color, like this green cardigan.
yeah. She has really good like saturated colors. Like it's kind of also kind of a bit of an antidote to the like beiged out. I don't know why I'm saying she. Like she's the one deciding these sweaters.
Wait,
Like,
while I'm here at my sister's apartment, Isabel, check this shit out. My sister knit me a sweater.
oh, shut up.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
Does
it have buttons on the front? Does it have buttons on the side?
These are like it's some knitting technique thing that I don't know.
That's
keeping
so
it kind of together.
cute.
But isn't it sweet?
It's so sweet. I love it.
So, okay, I'll put that back now.
Yeah, that's a special one.
Dude, she's like an all-star at knitting.
That's insane. A sweater is so hard.
And
Yeah.
it's so detailed. That's what
It's really detailed. It's not like one. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's sick.
And we got the yarn together. It's terrific. It's a 30th birthday present.
Cute.
I'm going to be 32 and a half a year, but you know, she got it done.
She got it done. She got it done on deadline or a little belated.
I would say a bit belated, but hey, beggars can't be choosers when it comes to hand knit sweaters.
Wait, so Mikaela, what are you envisioning the skirt with? Are you thinking tall boots? Are you thinking sandals?
I'm thinking tall boots when it's still kind of,
Yeah.
cooler. And then I'm
Trench
thinking
coat, maybe.
trench coat. And then I'm thinking, ballet flats, flip-flops, white t-shirt, tank top.
Yeah.
Um,
I can totally see this like white button up work vibes, but then also like white tank top, it's summertime.
yeah, and also even like tank top shirt, like button down over the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love skirts this length. I wear them all the time.
Yeah,
Because I think in the summer with a bare leg or in the fall and spring with a tall boot is super versatile.
Yeah, I agree. It's super cute. I think the hearts make it a little more summery, but I can see myself definitely wearing it a lot in the fall and in the winter when it gets cooler.
Totally.
I think it's cute. Yeah, so I think I would probably buy this too.
It's so cute. Okay, and let's see what else we got going here. We're going back to sort of.
Well, this is just another flippy skirt. Yeah, this is more of my mole brand.
Oh yeah. I think you're on the right track with going vintage for this kind of flippy skirt.
I agree. I'm being so, I don't know if you can see in the links I sent you, the UTM codes are so long. I'm being so aggressively and successfully targeted on like Instagram. Like, look how long the link is.
UTM term. Yeah.
They said, we got your number, bitch.
Google Plus _X.
They
Yeah,
said, let's show her an ad for a scut every 20 seconds on Instagram.
Wait, while we're sort of in this J. Crew moment of respite, I'm curious how you guys shop. How often are you consulting each other before you buy? How often are you like only showing each other the really exciting stuff, or do you kind of show each other everything? How much do you weigh in?
What do you think, man?
I
feel like we're both kind of sneaky, actually, if I'm being honest. Because, like, I get, like, little hankerings for, like, Depop bullshit that's, like, $20 to $50 secondhand stuff. And I'm almost like, I know it's a waste of money a bit. So I, like, kind of keep it to myself. And then a package arrives, and I'm like, oh, whoa, what's that? Oh, it's another shirt.
I agree. And I also think the times when I'm most likely to pull the trigger, like on the weekend, I bought this dress just while I was like, it was like early in the morning and David hadn't woken up yet. And I was like, I don't know why it's a secret. It's not a secret, but I just, often David will wake up and I'm like, I bought this while you were asleep.
Well, and it's not even like this for coming from, I don't know what it is either. Cause it's like, it's not like coming from a place of like financial prudence on either of us. Like I would never be like, we went to Doen this weekend and you got something. And I would not be like, Mikaela, you really cannot afford that right now.
I like shopping in person with you, I think, more than I like consulting about online.
But I also think that you guys are drilling down. There's something that's very good about like, once you've already bought it, then your partner understands it's a sunk cost. You better buck up and tell me it's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your life because I already just bought it. So,
well, yeah, Mikaela knows this. I'm not constantly, but quite frequently, I'm like presenting her with something that's like totally. I'll just be like, "What about this?"
Yeah, I'm not
like,
really
looking
open
for
to
reassurance. It's like I already know I'm like going out on a limb. I know she's probably not gonna like. I don't know. I'm like, it's this pathetic sort of like, oh, like, hey.
Well, no, it's not pathetic.
It's not pathetic. It's such a form of intimacy to like think about what would work for someone that you love. Like, it's such a fun thing to do.
No, but what I'm saying
in fact, it's a form of intimacy that I reject.
Much like the jewelry, it's like I know this is something that I want. I know it's something that I don't need and will probably look bad. But I'm like, I want to be this kind of person, and I'll be like,
totally.
Do you think I'm like that? And it's like, I kind of even know the answer before it even.
Right, and Mikaela definitely knows the answer, so you're actually like, I don't want to hear the answer.
Yeah.
But, I will say David bought me like top from Uniqlo on Friday, just kind of randomly, and I really liked it. I wore it.
That's so fun. How often do you both do? I think Nadim is too fearful to buy me something before consulting me, but I often. What?
I was gonna say, do you do that for him?
I do that for him. Yeah, I often am like, I mean, sometimes I'll like snap a picture and be like, do you want this? But sometimes I don't listen. I don't wait for him to weigh, and I just buy it, and then I see if he'll like it or not.
I mean,
really nice.
We also like when we are abroad together, we don't prevent one another from like blacking out.
Yeah.
And I think that's like quite nice.
Oh my
God,
yeah.
I went apeshit in Paris. And Mikaela was going sort of, if I was going 2x speed, Mikaela was just going 1x speed. Like it wasn't like lone wolfing it. And then I feel like in India as well, when we traveled there, we went to this print block. Print block.
Like a textile.
Yeah, like a textile place. And Mikaela kind of blacked out. And I was like, you're possessed. Like, I'm not going to step in.
But shopping when you're abroad, it's like,
yeah.
I mean, it's like you're taking home a piece of something, of a memory. You're going to have it forever. I mean,
yeah. These are the things I tell myself to go beyond the. But
okay, I want to get to the wedding guest.
Okay, well, then maybe skip the next one because that one is just kind of like whatever.
All right, we'll end on that one.
So I actually have already bought this, but it's probably what I'm going to wear to our friend Alana's wedding.
Yes.
The back. So it's sort of a city wedding. David, show more of the dress because I feel like, and then the back.
Oh, it's so cool.
It's
Yeah.
kind of fun. She's getting married in the city, but I feel in general at a loss about wedding guest
Yeah.
dresses. And
Yeah.
Isabel, I don't want to reveal
Oh,
your
for
wedding.
Well, we've
mine.
talked
What you're
about it.
gonna
We've
wear for
talked about
mine?
it. It's been on. Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, we can revisit this at a later date. Or I mean, I don't know if you want to surprise me. I'm sure I'll be wowed by whatever, but no, I think that it makes a big difference if it's inside, if it's outside, if it's May, if it's September, if you have a tan, if you're not going to have a tan, if you're are you mostly sitting down for dinner? Are you mostly standing up and drinking?
Totally.
What are your guys' paradigms for the wedding guest?
I feel like sometimes I feel so this wedding. So this I got for
Oh, okay.
a friend Alana's wedding, which is going to
Yes.
be in New
May
York,
8th.
May 8th. It's in New
Sorry,
York,
I'm like
and
blowing
then
up all on this spot.
No.
Leave that
we'll drop
out.
the address as well.
Now everyone knows Luke and Alana's anniversary.
I know.
um, but anyway, so I feel like that one's going to be like standing up. It's like a city
Yeah.
wedding, like da 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 da. And then, in fact, the next day, like on the morning after Alana's wedding, I'm flying to Indianapolis for
Okay.
David's friend's wedding, and that feels like a completely different
Vibe shift.
What's the vibe
energy.
shift?
I just
The
feel
vibe
like
shift
it's
is
like
that
I
it's in
immediately am
Indianapolis.
drawn to Reformation, but I don't want to actually wear Reformation to the wedding.
Uh-huh.
So
But
we
you're
have
sort
to
of like,
sort of-
this is the appropriate setting for
There's
Reformation.
that Natasha Stagg quote where it's like she goes to a wedding in Michigan and she's like, you can tell who the coastal people are because like their clothes are either too big or too small. And so like this is a wedding where everyone's clothes are gonna fit their body measurements or whatever. See, it does feel like an indie wedding. And look, I like this. I'm not trying to drag anybody, but it's like, yo, be like normal. Like this isn't necessarily a time to freak it, but you do want to, you still want to be like, come on, I'm like,
Do you have
I'm an urbane sophisticate.
Yeah.
Like,
You're bringing
Yeah.
the New York City to the Indianapolis.
But I think that's part of it. I feel like I do think about like who is my friend who's getting married and what like that does inform the vibe a lot as well. I think like I feel
Right.
like certainly at your wedding I would freak it
Right.
or like
you
want to
have
wear something like fun and like whatever.
Yeah. Well, I'm curious what you guys, I can probably ask your opinion on this because, my game plan, and I don't know if this is annoying or weird, it was just to sort of be like, just wear the absolute best thing that you have, like wear the thing that you never get to wear otherwise, or you would never get to wear otherwise. But is that like only people who care about clothes will appreciate that and everyone else will be like, can you just tell me what length of dress to wear?
I don't know. I do feel like I like the idea of wearing the best, like your best dress. That feels.
Yeah.
I think there's something very nice about that. But I don't know. My dad and I got into this discussion once because I went to a wedding and the bride shared like a mood board, which I am sort of totally down for. I was like, if this is what you want, like, if she has a vibe in mind, it's helpful to know what that is. And my dad really loves clothes, and he was like, I do not want someone telling me what to wear.
Yeah.
Will not stand.
David, what's your go-to? Do you just have a suit that you wear to everyone?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like what's nice is, I wear a suit. I basically do bring two suits with me, and it's like the first suit will be no tie. That's like reception dress, the Friday before, the Saturday before, whatever. And then the next day I wear, depending on the weather, if it's like summer, I have a tan linen suit.
Yeah.
And then, if it's the summer, I might wear my navy suit too. But that's kind of what I do. And I am like, I wear a tie no matter what.
Yeah.
I can't get down with like, and also on some Midwest wedding shit, like it's fun, it's all good. Like I'm not trying to like come down on people, but yeah, you see a lot of like khaki sport coat with a polo and you're like, okay, like let's kind of like.
Would you ever get more freaky with it, like a bolo or like a ballet flat instead of a loafer or something like this?
Yeah, I have like a flat. I mean, it's like, I have sort of like a loafer that is kind of like designy. You know what I'm talking about, Mikaela? Those sort of the ones I got recently that I have worn. I don't think I wore it to the actual wedding, but I wore it to the reception. But no, I mean, honestly, no. I think for men, it's so standardized that the idea of like sort of freaking it. I went to a wedding in Denver, and that was when I was like, okay, if I'm gonna bolo tie it, it's now. And it just didn't, again, just like did not call to me. And there were trust me, there were plenty of bolo ties at that Denver wedding.
And cowboy boots, I imagine.
And cowboy boots. And it was all a bit, I was not.
That's your vibe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Mikaela, I think this is beautiful. And I think Alana, it will be perfect because it's inside, it's later at night. Yeah, it's inside. It's very downtown, right? Like it's like Lower East Side.
Yeah. I like this. I mean, yeah. And also, I think don't sleep on the Outnet. The Outnet.
For real.
Look at this.
For real.
70% off.
Yeah, that's insane. I actually was kind of gagged at that price for Alyssa. I unfortunately love that brand, and I do keep on buying stuff from there.
Yeah. No, totally. We're coming up on the end of our schedule, so should we maybe pop over to Flip Flop Jellies just to wrap this bad boy up?
Flip Flop Jellies, because I don't think they're that.
Let's take a look.
Okay, let's take a look. This is another little just like.
Okay, Old Navy. Unbelievable stuff.
Just like I want to buy something. Like I've got the Shoppies. I
love this brown.
The brown is nice.
Yeah, these are cool. I wanted to show these off because these are. It is like okay, Old Navy. Let's go.
I think you're about to start a massive trend.
Fast fashion.
Literally. I can see the headline now on Strategist, the $15 accessory that every girl will be wearing this summer.
These are really 3 good colors.
I almost am like, one in every color. Let's go.
Yeah.
I think they are fun.
So you don't subscribe to the no open. I'm also a sandals wearer in New York City. I'm gonna be filthy anyway. I just wash my feet when I get home.
Yeah. No, I'm like whatever at this. Like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah, I have the grime in my soul. Like, it's fine if it's on the bottom of my feet.
Yeah, well, and to your point, Isabel, my entire body is revealed. Like, I've been sitting on the subway on my bare legs.
My ass cheeks have been on the subway seat all day.
Seriously.
Yeah.
My feet are kind of the least of my worries.
Totally.
Isabel, do you get on the bed in street clothes? Would you ever lay on top of your bed?
I would literally never. I don't even...
I do that.
It's no shoes in the house. I don't even like to go into my bedroom with my outside clothes on. Oh. I like shed immediately.
I'll take a full jeans nap on the bed.
That's a psycho. I'm a avid nighttime shower. Like I'm never getting in bed with the day on me ever. Especially in the summer.
Folks, I don't want to be abrupt, but with 2 minutes left, I think we're gonna have to call our time here. But Mikaela, what a treat!
Seriously,
this was so fun. And Isabel, of course, what a treat too. The treat that keeps on treating. We're gonna be seeing more of you.
I think you guys are really good at being a pair.
Yeah, how'd we do?
I think really well.
Okay, good.
Bye, guys.
Blessings.
Bye.